I didn't say it already, Instagram, thank you so much for joining me as well. So here we are. I had planned all of this really cool stuff for today, but of course it's a typical Monday. And for all of you that know what happened on a typical Monday, most time on a typical Monday, things that you plan don't always happen now, do they? All this amazing stuff was planned. I had a special surprise where we were going to go live from today and take in one of Orlando's funnest and coolest little restaurants that's around the corner from my house. And we're going to do it next Monday. So for those of you that I'd said that we were going to be at Aardvark today, enjoying their Monday brunch, if you haven't heard about it, you need to go check it out. It looks amazing. We were all excited to go, but a typical Monday stepped in and tried to ruin my day. But those of you that know me, nope, didn't happen because I made squash grapes into wine today. See, there we go. What do you think about that? So my typical Monday turned into be an amazing, marvelous Monday because I turned it into one. So I'm very excited that all of you are here still joining me today because we're now going to talk about a few other fun things. But my typical Monday started out, just in case you were wondering, where I was headed off to work at 7:30 this morning, headed on the road, going to do one of the many jobs that I do, and one of the companies that I do partially own with my husband. Headed out, get down the street, happen to put down my window and hear chick, 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 chick. And then my tire gauge goes on. Here I am at 7:30 in the morning, ready to just kill a Monday. And Monday tried to kill me. Needless to say, I'm a block from home. So what do? Call my husband and I tell him I have a flat tire. I'm going to jog home and get the inflator and go drive then. Instead, he drives down, gets my flat, take it over to Tire Kingdom. Thank you, boys, for doing a great job. Needless to say, they were really busy, and all I needed was brew taken out and a plug-in. But their Monday turned into a typical Monday for them, and I had to wait, which meant it was a boomerang effect for my whole morning, and that didn't stop me. I got a little testy, lost my cool just a little bit, as some of you know I don't do, but I did lose my cool because I had a busy day planned. Monday is money, and I needed to make some, and I was on a mission. So instead, I come home, did a few things, did my normal routine, phone calls, some marketing, and all of a sudden, my squashed grapes turned into wine when I got the phone call that my car was ready. I take a little jaunt, a little jog, a little stroll up to Tire Kingdom. Lo and behold, I walk in. There's the manager that I have seen so many times. We start chatting, and they show me the screw that was in my tire, which was not a screw. It was a construction nail this big. I know I'm making it up. It was really this big. You can't even see it on the screen on Instagram. That big. It really wasn't, but it appeared to be all the way through my tire, and they asked me if I did construction job sites. Went in to say, yes, I am on construction job sites. Led into real estate. Next thing you know, I've got a buyer and a new listing. Woo! That's how my Monday turned out. Then, gets better. Come home, I get another referral. God, I love referrals. And those of you that do refer me, your friends and your family, and just someone on the corner that you might meet or in the grocery store, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because that's what happened today. I got a referral. Needless to say, we have another listing coming up out in an amazing resort that I love to sell in. I'll keep you posted, but we've got another listing coming up this weekend out there in Cantata. So stay tuned for that one. My other listing will be out there in the Mount Plymouth Sorrento area. Super cute home. So again, lots of opportunity on my Monday, which tried to squish, but it didn't. And I got 2 offers accepted, knock on wood. Woohoo! Monday is turning out to be a marvelous, magnificent day. So do not let a typical Monday get you down. I guess that's the whole synopsis of this crazy little story that I just told you, do not let those mornings try to stomp you. I know it's easy, and I know being a mom, being a businesswoman, trying to run a household or help with a household, family life, and trying to juggle it all together, it's easy to lose your cool. It's easy to let those typical Mondays try to ruin you. And it may not be a Monday, just maybe one of those typical mornings that you just want to say, hashtag $, whatever other signs you want to say, I'm done. Well, because we live in Orlando and we live in Florida and we live close to beach. And if you don't have a pool home, you may want one, because that's when you can walk outside and go, you know what? I'm done. I'm going for a walk. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the pool. But I didn't. I got right on the computer, and here I am smiling because my day turned out to be marvelous. So let's just roll right into a marvelous Monday together and take a deep breath, because it is all about me telling you or giving you guidance. Is it time to sell? Oh my gosh. Everybody right now, with the way the market is, they're like, oh, is it time to sell? Is it going to crash? Oh my gosh. Okay, first off, if I had a crystal ball, I would tell you the whole forecast, and I would be not sitting here in my lovely studio. I would probably be on the beach with a drink in my hand, telling you about how amazing life is going to be for you, because I had a crystal ball and I could tell you. Needless to say, I am going to try to educate you as best as I can and give you as much information as I can to help you make the right choices with either buying, selling, investing, whatever it is it may be. Or maybe it's just telling you a quirky little story about my typical Monday and how I turned it in to not be a typical Monday. So let's dive in. Let's dive into some things that I found today that really kind of shocked me. And again, I've been doing this about 22 years. So you know what? There's something new every day that pops up into this business. And that's one thing you have to understand, that whoever you work with as your lender, your real estate agent, whoever it may be in the team of people that you work with, there is never a typical day in real estate. So my typical Monday was definitely not a typical day in real estate. So take those things into consideration. And when I start to get to that point, take a deep breath, call one of your team players that is involved in the whole process with you, and just chat with them. Or go sit outside, go for a walk, go get a glass of wine, whatever it is that makes you feel good and gives you that 1 minute of just, okay, I got this, and I'm going to put my together right now. So just wanted to make sure no kids are watching, just want to be safe. So let's go into it. I'm going to look at my notes, because again, you know me, I don't want to give you wrong information, because if it's not right, I'm going to tell you it's not right, but I'm also going to try to guide you as best I can. Hi, Glenn. I see you. Yes, de-stress. Boy, I did today. Turn those squashed grapes into wine. I'll tell you what, it is a money-making, marvelous Monday. So, little fun fact. Did you know that the week of September 12th kicked off the best time to buy and shop for a home? And that was in our major cities like New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Detroit, Minneapolis, Portland, Central Florida area. Home buyers during that week, and during this time, I'm going to give you some little tidbits between now and really, see, what are they saying here? October 17th. So from September 12th to October 17th, it is going to be the best time to buy a home. And what's going to end up happening is that home buyers could save almost as much as $10,000 on the median price during this month, okay? And home buyers will face 18% less competition from other buyers during the summer months. The peaks were 6% than the 6%. So what we're saying is that basically people went back to school. They're not sitting at home. There's not a lot of virtual like there was last year. So last year at this time, not a lot of people were working in the offices, and not a lot of kids were physically going to school, which meant everybody was looking for a house 24/7, 365 days a week. Well, this year, summer was like the revenge of finding a house and a revenge of going on a vacation if you could. If you could go on a vacation, you were there because you didn't do it last year. You were looking for a house, couldn't look for a house last year, you're looking one for this year. And you had to be in before the school season started or right around there, okay? So that's where the September 12th to the October 17th kicks in. The week of October 3rd to 9th, mark your calendars. And if you're in the lending business or a real estate agent or an investor watching, mark your calendars. October 3rd through the 9th is the best time to buy for most asterisks, most markets in the US, which means for you that are people that are home shopping or home investing, you have plenty of time to find an amazing agent, voila, and get pre-approved, okay? So there's plenty of time. But this is the biggest thing that a lot of people, like I'm actually ran into a couple of people, oh, I want to look for a house. Can we go tomorrow? Okay, that's awesome. I would love to take you out, but are you pre-approved? Because right now, the name of the game, and anybody watching that is bought, sold, or is in the process, lender, whatever, we all know the name of the game is you better have your pre-approval letter. You better have proof of funds. Whatever it is you're going to do to buy that house, you got to have it ready. Why? Because you're going against 5, 6, 10 other people that have theirs together. Okay, so we've got to be ready. How bad do we want this house? When do I want to move in? And if it is, all of our ducks have to be in a row. And that means from A to Z, having the pre-approval letter is the biggest. Making sure that we are shopping for the right price point of home and we're not shopping with the wrong budget. Because God forbid we get into a house, we absolutely love it, we can't afford it. Because A, I don't have the cash to close. B, if it comes in less than what appraisal is, I definitely don't have the out-of-pocket expense. And I don't want you living on mac and cheese and ramen noodles. I want you to enjoy the home that you buy, and I want you to give that opportunity to your family as well. Don't stress them out about living in a home you can't afford. Let's find the right house because it is out there. And they're telling you now, the week of October 3rd through the 9th will be a peak time for you to look, okay? September 12th to 17th, I'm going through this really quick. Across the country, will hit their home buying sweet spot. I always like that word, sweet spot, with more homes to sell, lower prices, and less buyer competition compared to the average weeks of last year. And again, why is that? It's because last year, a lot of people were still working from home. Kids were going to school virtually. Everybody could shop for a house and you could live anywhere, pretty much, okay? Those who buy a home during their market's best time to buy on the week on the average will see 166,000, 31% more listings than the average week of the year and have an additional 100,000 more new listings to choose from nationwide. So I know just in the last 5 days, I've taken 3 listings. And I've been telling individuals, let's just wait a few more days. Don't stress. And what ends up happening when we go out, take, for instance, a client of mine. We started looking at houses on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every night she would go home and 2 or 3 more would pop up. And typically, agents don't post homes until like Wednesday, Thursdays because they want the weekend traffic. But we were seeing listings pop up Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. 2 to 3 that fit her criteria. And at one point I had to tell her, okay, stop. Let's just go with the ones that we like, because what's going to happen now is we're in a point that you're always going to think, oh, well, is that one better? Or is that one nicer? Or maybe that one has a bigger yard. Can we go see that one just in case? Folks, if you love it, you need to jump on it. You need to go for it and not have that back buyer's remorse, or not even buyer's remorse yet. Think, maybe I'll find one more better, because you may. But was that the right home for you though? Don't know. And by the time you figure that out, the one that you did like will probably be gone. So if it's a first home, think of this as a first home. It's not your end all be all. Okay, so it's an investment. It's an opportunity. It's your stepping stone. Think of your home when you first buy it like this, because I know where I want one of my last homes to be. It's on the beach. So every time you buy something, think of it as an investment. Real estate is an investment. It's a positive investment. It's a fun investment. Lots of opportunities in Central Florida, okay? So, with going back to some statistics, there will also be 18% less competition from other buyers at this time. And the peak, which was 6% less than a typical week. So they could see, again, $10,000 below their seasonal average. And that, again, is because people are taking a break from looking at homes because they're working or they're at school. There will be more homes to choose from, as we've already said. There'll be 100,000 more active listings on a nationwide basis. Buyers are going to face less competition. The summer is always the highest. For all of those that have done real estate for many years, summer is a peak time. Our slow time, of course, is December, January, because of the holidays. And a lot of people, from what my past experience, didn't want you coming in their house, especially when you're decorated for the holidays and you had gifts and different things setting out. They just didn't want it. But what's funny, on one of my shows, if you do remember, one of the best times to sell your home is during the holidays because it gives individuals the warm and fuzzy feeling of them being able to place themselves in that home during the holidays. The fresh smells, the pretties, the decorations, the brightness. It is a really good time to sell. So don't be afraid to sell during the holidays. Okay. So that, I don't know, 22 years I've been doing this. I remember agents saying, don't sell during the holidays. It's one of the slowest and blah, blah, blah. Well, honestly, it's probably a good time because you will be one of the few selling and you probably would do really well in the market that you're in with getting a nice price for your home because there's less competition for buyers to go look at. So you as a seller have just gone up the ladder. So that is a very good thing. Think about that. And as you can see, I know it's hard to believe. So prices are going to dip with that as well. So that said, October 3rd, it should see about a 2.6% dip. Okay. And I'm getting a lot of this information from different statistics that I gathered throughout the day. So more than 10% in some areas. With that said, don't go into this whole week thinking, oh, I'm going to lowball because I'm going to get the house because there's less buyers and there's less competition. We are in Central Florida, folks. I will tell you the last week, my one buyer, we saw 10 houses, and of the 10, we were outbid 3 times over list price. And I'm not talking $5,000 over list price. We were outbid. And we were a solid buyer, putting a nice amount down. So do not go into this thinking, oh, I'm going to lowball, prices are going to be like this, blah, blah, blah. Go in realistic and ask your agent what the comps are in the area of where that can be. Okay. And then they'll be able to advise you as best they can, like, hey, house is listed for 315. The comps in the area that I'm pulling go anywhere between 315 and 330. And there's a lot of statistics that go into this because really what's going to happen is between now and when you close on your home, there could be some pending homes. And those pending homes are going to be what your home is going to be comped or compared to when it goes to the appraisal. So we want those homes in the last 30 days that have been purchased that are pending to close. That's going to help your comparison between yours and everybody else. Especially, we all know with the prices the way they've gone up, it's only going to benefit you. Okay. So when your agent asks you and starts talking about things, they're going to be realistic because again, we don't want you to get in a situation where your heart's set on this house and then we get to the final hour, you don't have the cash to close. You don't want to go above the appraisal and you're going to be out of a house in a week because this was the house of your dreams. Everything has to be set up from day one to the end, realistically, of what's going to happen. And having a good team, real estate agent, and a lender on your side are the best information and guidance that you're going to get. So you need to make sure that you have all those in line when you go into this process. Because even though October 3rd through the 7th, or was it 7th? Sorry. Let me see. October 3rd. I want to mess it up because it's a big day. October 3rd through the 9th are your peak times to buy. You've got to be ready. That means purchasing, selling, or investing in a home. That is going to be a peak week. So make sure all your ducks are aligned. You're ready to go, running shoes on, and your team is set up from A to Z. Okay, so make sure that's all going to happen. Homes, as you've probably heard slightly, are taking a bit longer to sell. So I know it's hard to realize because especially when you go out to an open house and you see a house and 2 days later it's sold or it's pending or blah, blah. They are taking a little bit more time. So in June, the national median time on the market for a home was just 37 days, down from 56 days in 2020, okay? On the average, home buyers will have 7 additional days to consider a home during this peak time. So don't dilly-dally. Don't think, oh, Lisa said on her amazing show that we've got extra time to figure out if we want this house. No, sorry. I'm going to just put this towards a great pair of shoes. Find a great pair of shoes, you try them on, they fit, they're beautiful, they're comfy, which is very rare. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to think about it. And then you're going to go back because you're that size that everybody wants, and they're gone. That's not good. That's not fun. Now you've just had a typical day of shopping, and you can't turn that into something else unless you find another pair of shoes. But finding another pair of shoes is just like finding another house. It's the hunt. So now it's back on. How many times do you want to hunt for that perfect house when you had it right in front of you? So don't dilly-dally. Just because I tell you this is a peak time to buy and you may have a few extra days, don't. I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you all the advice of what to do, and that's what I'm here for. So during the week of October 3rd, we expect the pace to slow by 18%. And again, these are from statistics that I've gotten online. Not all of them are right and not all of them are wrong, but they're also on a national level from different, like New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Portland, Oregon is a hot spot, so didn't know that. So all the statistics are coming from there besides in the Central Florida, Tampa, Jacksonville area as well. So take into consideration the information that I've shared today. Think about, is it the right time for me to sell? Is it the right time for me to buy? Am I ready? Now when I say ready, do I have all my team in place? That means good agent. Here I am. And a good lender as well. Local lender, find yourself a good one. I am a great resource of information. I try to help with whatever I can. And if you don't have a good local lender and you just want some guidance, you don't want to be hounded, but you just want to have some ideas of where you stand, what you need to do, and how to get from A to Z. We got that. We have that covered. I'm happy to share of my resources with you, and that's what this show is about, is sharing my resources with you and hopefully educating you and then also helping you smile. As my broker knows, boy, you never know what's going to come out from me when someone says, how's your day? Well, little do you know, you need to be sitting down and give me 5 minutes of me just telling you everything, and then you're good. And that's about the time I have with everybody else. If you're a busy mom like myself, you got 5 minutes to tell everybody how your day was, what you're going to do, what your game plan is, and what's for dinner. And then after that, everybody goes their own way. That is a typical day in our household. So I hope that if I at least, and I did take a few breaths with all of this information, that you're able to get some ideas, put some pieces together. And if you are in the process or you are thinking, put some little things in the back of your head to think about between now and the end of the year, because it is a great time to buy and sell. It is an amazing time. It's also an amazing time to jump in that pool of investing. There are so many opportunities out there that you could start your portfolio of that residual income today. I was just out with one of my very good friends out at Margaritaville, actually. They've got a new project. And if you want more information on the new Margaritaville project, please let me know. I'm happy to share that because you will be blown away as to what this project price starts at, what your ROI is. And boy, that'd make a great Christmas present. Tell you what, sitting out there at Margaritaville with a pool with a margarita on your hand, I think I could do that. So, a lot of great opportunities. I see Deep is on as well. He has a great short-term rental community that I have spoke about as well. So opportunities are there in Orlando and the Central Florida area. Let's not forget, going out to the Space Coast. Who doesn't love being by the beach and watching the rockets launch? So again, opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And do not let your first home be not seen as an opportunity, because it is. So finding the right product, having the right team, buying and selling at the right time, which I just told you, October 3rd through, October 9th. Market. Let's see what happens. And then what I'll do that week, it'll be fun to see next week as to if it's actually true, if the days on the market have slowed down, if sales prices have dropped any. But honestly, I think our sales prices here are not going to have dropped, because a lot of the closed sales from September, which were nice figures, are going to catch up to give us a nice comparable. So if you are looking to sell, I would say over the next month or two, you've got to take advantage of what's being closed, because those are going to be the comps that an appraiser is going to look at. So with that said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting, because there's always something interesting going on in my world. So let's see. Today is Monday. We are going to do Aardvark next Monday at their brunch. So join us. We're going to do an early show, probably like around 3 o'clock again, like this time. So we're going to do a brunch special and tour Aardvark. If you have not been there, you need to try them out. And Dallas there is the owner. We have a crazy week coming up. We have, for those of you that know, my husband competes. So we have a big competition on Saturday. I also, some of the pictures and posts have seen me as part of a new pilot TV show that may be popping up here in Orlando, and I am very excited and honored to be part of it. So thank you for those that have been watching and continue to watch, and thank you to the producers and directors for choosing me and my amazing family, because we are going to rock it. I'll tell you what. And let's see what else. Ava's continuing to row. She's on a rowing team. Keep me updated about the family. Austin's doing his thing in LA, as you all see, nonstop. So this family of 4, plus the 3 dogs and a horse, it's like the Brady Bunch, totally is. It's crazy, crazy. So please take a gander, take a look, stay posted, because there's going to be more to come. And there's going to be a lot of great information over the next couple of days that I'm going to share with you in regards to upcoming events, because there are a lot popping up now that everything is out and about and everybody's ready to have a good celebration, lots of festivals. So enjoy the weather, enjoy your family, enjoy your time, and I hope you enjoyed this show, as I always do. Have an amazing, have a marvelous, magnificent, money-making Monday. Say that one 3 times. Thank you all for joining me. And again, have an amazing day, and thank you for joining.